Yeah, it's the Weege Show, out of control in these pits. I got a couple interviews. We'll get to Tony Cairoli and Aaron Plessinger, who we found limping around, some hurt dudes for the KTM group. Hey, real quick, Weege Show, we found this guy. I thought you'd be gone. You all right?
Yeah, I was almost gone, but then I stick around a little longer.
Aha, just to be part of the atmosphere?
Yeah, before I leave.
You just like it. You okay? Got a little sleeve on the knee?
Yeah,
you think it's serious or no?
No,
Okay.
no. I have some troubles already from years with this problem.
Yes.
So if I hit it hard, how I did first moto, trying to get, brake on the corner, then it will swollen really. So fluid inside, yeah, old people problem.
Yeah. You got some wear and tear. Yeah.
So it was not the best day, of course. I mean, but we enjoyed the trip so far.
Okay. Any idea if you're doing more? Any idea
I would
yet?
like to do more. For sure, we don't do all the championship. We don't have this possibility, but I would like to do more races. So maybe I will see you around soon.
Okay. Yeah. So the knee isn't so bad that you got to take super time off.
I had to deal already in all my seasons with this problem. Just trying out the liquid and wait a little bit and go.
We all figured you'd dig this track. What was it like? You didn't get to ride a ton of it, but what did you think?
I actually did like maybe 4 laps first moto and then 4 laps second moto. So
yeah,
not much,
and a little practice.
But I like the practice. I was actually feeling better than the races before. I mean, faster.
Okay.
But you need to. I mean, first moto was my mistake. Did a crash, did a crash there and lost the place. Then also another stupid mistake I did, because I'm not used to this format.
Sorry, the Cairoli interview cut off there a little bit. Overall, he's having a good time. I'm finding all the injured KTM riders. Are you okay? Because that was concerning.
Yeah, I think I'll be
alright. It was foot?
Right. Yeah.
Not knee?
No, I just came over the finish line and I think the knee braces saved me pretty good.
There you go.
But I was falling to the right, ended up putting my foot down, stuck it in a rut, and just twisted like it hasn't twisted in a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, just heated up and not fun.
Broke up some scar tissue in there, man.
I believe we broke up quite a bit.
Was that the foot you injured way back in Daytona?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the ankle hasn't moved that way for quite a long time.
Maybe long term this could be good.
Yeah. So I might wake up tomorrow and feel all right, but I think we'll be all right. Just
your second moto, that was a sign, right?
that was a sign of greatness.
Yeah, it was.
It's
okay.
it's a rough patch right now, but we're working through it. We'll be all right.
I don't feel like this guy's down. You don't really know how to do down.
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. At least it's not the knee. You don't want this. You don't want this.
Sweet.
All right. Oh my gosh, JT Bennett's here. Last year though, we hung out, didn't we?
We did.
We did.
Do I get a hug?
Yeah, we're gonna go out for a hug. I don't know how to shoot all this.
What's up with the knee, buddy?
I'm just looking for sympathy.
wants a
Gretchen,
hug.
good to see you.
I'm just looking for sympathy.
Yeah, I'm just looking for sympathy. So JT and Gretchen once ran a GNCC team. They said, hey, we need to get a sponsor real quick. They go down to Washington, D.C. and they got this little company called Geico.
Little company.
Before they were involved in anything motocross at all.
No idea.
And they backed your GNCC team and you took it all the way to the top. That is an insane story. One of the most insane stories I've ever. Gosh.
We did. We had no limits. There was a lot of energy.
Yes, you got it all the way up to the top, and you
of
won the GNCC title with Paul Whibley.
Yep,
We
with
just talked
Paul.
to him last night.
Yep, Wibbs.
Yeah.
Still racing down in New Zealand.
His son's
His son is
now.
winning everything on 50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Old Wibbs can't be stopped.
Nope.
Bennett family, great to see you. PA's finest. But this is all brought to you by Race Tech. Yeah. Go Bells. Flusher, better body resistance, more traction.
CRF 250 can't be beat.
That's Weege Show. You nailed it. Now I got to hook up DID chains. They're the choice of Team Honda. So get a set of those too.
Okay.
Race Tech and Honda and DID. Very good. Thanks for paying attention. Yeah, this show is brought to you by DID chains. I'll get to the interviews in a second, but I just wanted to show anybody get a bike with a chain on it anymore. Apparently the first thing to go. Well, anyway, Honda uses DID chains. Just trust me on that. This wheel would have had a DID chain on it, and those are DID rims. Choice of champions since 1933. My sponsor is DID.
Oh, okay, good.
Yours too.
I was about to keep you out of this.
No. We got serious
Hey,
headroom.
you haven't gotten any interviews as good as what he just did for the big.
Oh, really?
French accent.
In French.
Because no one's in the press conference anymore.
I don't know. I'm busy doing
Everyone's
stuff.
doing the media corral, but then they come around after. We gotta sort it.
I know. You got like 4 things that all should be one thing.
No,
Pretty much.
Right.
Right?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yes. So now what you should do is more media, I think. On that subject. You should do more media.
Because we like you.
Look, can you enjoy that while you're intense, while you're battling, and you get second? But is it still fun? It's a piece of it fun.
It's not fun right after.
No.
But now it's fun. Like, sure,
Looking back at
it's
it.
fun. Yeah, but obviously
Yeah.
I wanted to win, so I was like, damn it. But
Yeah.
it was still cool. Didn't lose any points. Didn't
Yes.
gain any points, but it was still a good weekend. Put on a show. I think everyone enjoyed watching it. Third was 36 seconds
Yes.
behind.
Yes.
I don't know when the last time that happened.
Yes.
In fair weather conditions.
Right, not a mud race.
Yeah, exactly. That's different.
I mean, seriously, forget the fact that it's your brother and your teammate. Like, how many battles for the lead have you had like that? Like 32 minutes or 30 and 2, half a second.
It was cool, and it was like that from the start of the race. It was literally a sprint. The
Yeah.
whole race was a sprint. We passed each other back multiple times, and honestly, like, I think if I had 2 more laps, I would have passed it back, and then who knows?
Looked like it.
Another 2 laps, maybe you would have got. Like, it was literally a coin toss, you know, on who would end up winning, or just like.
It was that good.
Yeah.
And when it seemed to me, it really lines. You had lines, he had lines, and the whole thing was yo-yoing on lines.
Yeah. And then when one of us would pass the other one on lines, they would switch to that line, and then you see another line, you jump to that one. So we were literally on identical lines for the last 10 minutes or so, like that.
Oh, because you had studied each other.
Because we studied each other, we knew exactly where each one of us was better or worse and stuff, So yeah,
That's
it
good.
was tough. It was cool.
But you're gonna get him next time.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. We
no
got
doubt.
him last weekend. We got Moto. We got him this morning. It ain't over.
No. It's just begun.
Just begun.
Good job. I gotta get out of here before this thing hits me in the head.
Let's grab that more work.
Hunter Lawrence here. I just want to say this. About as fantastic a day in motocross racing as you're ever going to get. Cover it here on the Weege Show. Both classes, all the motos, spectacular weather, spectacular crowd, and you got to give a shout out to the track. I'm not just saying this because the bosses run this facility. I mean, we had a track where we saw passes, multiple lines, and all this stuff all day long. It was nuts. The 250 moto between the Lawrence brothers, I mean, it was 2 guys passing each other back and forth for 30+2. I remember a day when Ryan Hughes and Mike Brown battled like that in the 125 class. That's about the closest comparison I can make in that division. To have 2 guys that evenly matched. But obviously the stakes are even higher when it's 2 brothers going at it. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And the 450 class just keeps delivering. We now have 4 winners in 4 rounds. Eli Tomac, for some reason, never that good in the first motos at High Point, and always really, really good in the second motos. It's the 4th time he's won a second moto here. He has never won a first moto. That is bizarre. And he did it in Moto 2. It looked like Chase Sexton was trying to really claim control of the series because he was obviously frustrated throwing that second moto away last week, and he bombed the competition. That was a rare walk-off. We hadn't seen many of those in the 450s this year, but he absolutely dominated Moto number 1. Moto 2, though, it was so pivotal. These guys are so close now. It was coming down to a 2-lap span, basically changed the entire second moto, where Sexton got around Roczen, briefly got away from Tomac, made a mistake. Roczen got him back. Roczen actually slowed his teammate a bit and then allowed Tomac to get back in there, past Sexton, past Roczen. So for counting, we basically had those 3 swap positions over a 1.5 lap span. And that was maybe the difference between Sexton getting away and getting a 1-1, and instead Tomac getting the second moto win, which led him to get the overall. Man, just so spectacular. And then as if the 450 class needed more players, Anderson at least bounces back on the podium. There was a moment in Moto 1 where it looked like he was going to repass Eli Tomac, so he was good in Moto 1. Moto 2, not so good. But now we got Ryan Dungey joining the party, and we got a chance that a lot of us are going to eat crow. Like after those first couple of motos, I think we were very excited. Round 1, Moto 1, where Dungey briefly got into the number 3 spot, and I think we're all thinking to ourselves, oh my gosh, old Ryan Dungey's back. He's going to be getting podiums. Let's be honest, he's actually not really gotten that much closer, probably further off of the podium at rounds 2 and 3 than he was at round 1. And then it was like, okay, maybe this is what we're going to get, a 6th, 7th place-ish Dunge, which again is okay. We would all rather have Dunge here getting 6, 7 than not racing at all. We'd rather have our heroes keep racing and not retiring. But no, Dungey isn't here to be 6'7". Something changed today, specifically in Moto 2. We got a hole shot. The crowd at High Point loved that. But look, you can still get a hole shot and finish 45 seconds down. That's totally doable, totally possible. He held up his end of the bargain. He stayed in the fight the whole time. At one point, it looked like he was going to pass Sexton. He passed Roxon. He handled Anderson. And I think he was only 11 seconds down on Tomac at the end. That's a far cry from the 40 to 50 some seconds that he had been in most of the motos this year. So forget the whole shot. The difference is at the end of the race, Dungey was much stronger, much racier. And now I think we've had a much different situation because Hangtown and Thunder Valley, traditionally not Dungey's best tracks. When you think about Redbud, that's sandy soil. Southwick, that's sandy soil. Millville, that's sandy soil. I think that works better for him. And you got to figure, hey, we all say Dungey's a gnarly guy and is probably in great shape. I think he's still got to race his way into shape a bit. And maybe that was why we saw that drop off later in the motos earlier in the year. So we'll probably get stronger. And now you got to put the Dungey podium stuff back into play. Amazing, amazing. Like as if a full-scale war in the 450 class and a battle of the brothers in the 250s wasn't enough. You got the retro touch with Dungey in there. The only bummer is that Antonio Cairoli got banged up today, and so did Aaron Plessinger. Yeah. Oh, they're coming over. We love it. Yeah, we got a crowd. I got to get my camera. We'll be right there. We're going to shoot our Twists and T-Best post show. But before we're done, let's check in with those banged up KTM riders. Antonio Cairoli, real quick. I think my camera cut off in this interview, but you'll find out he's okay, and also Aaron Plessinger. All right, that's it for the Weege Show, brought to you by DID, the Choice of Champions. You guys coming on over? Choice of Champions since 1933. I got to get my cameraman. We're going to go shoot the... Hey, welcome. Good to see you. I got to get your boy. We'll get him. Choice of Champions since 1933. Shoot. Dungey ain't old. Cairoli ain't old compared to that. It's about as good a day in motocross as you're ever going to get. A raceable track, beautiful weather, big crowd, but more importantly, great racing. It changes everything. It solves everything. It makes everything that much better. I got to drive 6 hours home. I used to live in Morgantown. I live in North Carolina now. Driving home 6 hours. I don't even need one of these energy drinks or a cup of coffee. I'm going to be floating on the high of this amazing racing. As a racing fan, your whole day, your whole weekend, your whole week is going to be great. And too bad we got to have a whole weekend off. We get to do it again at Redbud. You think that one's going to be good? Oh, yeah. Hey, boss man. How about the number 5 guy? He was pretty good, dude. What the heck?
I know.
Kenny, he passes Kenny. He holds off Anderson. I think he was only 11 seconds down at the finish. Yeah. What the heck happened?
I don't know, but I just hope it goes.
Yes.
Makes another step like that next week.
So there's nothing you can point to.
No, it was. He feels like he's needed to get a little bit more speed.
Yeah.
Raw speed.
Okay.
And I think running with them in the beginning, he finally got the first few laps looked a bit messy.
Yes.
And he kind of got into his groove.
Yes.
And then he's like, okay, I remember how to do this.
No way.
And then he looked great.
So there was nothing massively changed.
No. We made a change on his bike after Hangtown. Last week he pretty much used it.
Yep.
This week was another small change on the rear. And so we just honing in on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just needed some laps.
Yeah.
And just to see it, essentially.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, like it was legit. And we thought he had overall podium for a little while and slipped away, but it's totally in play.
Yeah. It was super impressive.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask about the other guys. I already talked to them.
Yeah.
Looked worse than it is. They'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll be
they'll be okay. You need some good news, okay? Yes. I got to be fired up about that. Eli Tomac, by the way, that win, look, I don't think anyone's surprised. We knew that overall win was coming for him. He's up to second in points because Roxon was a little off today. First moto was Roxon's worst of the year. So keep that in mind. Tomac up to second and only 13 points down. That puts real pressure on Sexton. We know that Tomac, he's won this title 3 times, right? And maybe we've talked about the weirdo Tomac rides of the past, but weirdo Tomac rides are like, he gets like a 7th here and there. He doesn't throw tons of points away. He's going to be putting serious pressure on Sexton to not have a bad race. Cannot crash out of a moto, cannot have a bad one. Oh, thanks, gang. So Tomac rolling, which we already knew he was rolling since Hangtown, really, but now mathematically he's got to win. It's going to be putting some serious pressure on this Honda Stranglehold at the top of the 450 class. It's going to be fun to watch this unfold. If I mention that, see you, gang. See you, Redbud.